Affirmative Reaction Podcast. 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 Affirmative Reaction Podcast.
What's your thoughts on the debate? On this the
Trump
most
killed
important
him.
debate?
The first one he beat him down. This one he fucking went for the kill.
Yeah, he did.
He was more composed. He wasn't flying off the handle like the first time. And it wasn't because of the mics. Like they said, they had the mute button.
Yeah.
They only used it like once, and it wasn't because of something he was doing.
Look at that. 74% of the people say they think Trump won. I'd say too. And I actually think I was listening to it.
I was hoping Biden would come more prepared, but he did the same act he did the first time.
He called the lid on Monday and said he was preparing for 4 days. Sunday. But, man, of course Trump was going to be prepared. He's actually always prepared. It was definitely a 180 from the first debate. I actually was thinking that this might actually move a bit of a needle with some undecideds and even the people who were supporting Biden just because they don't like Donald Trump. Like, this is all they were waiting for.
Right.
Like
it's the only thing they get.
Yeah. They were just waiting for Trump to display some presidential behavior and answer questions like a president's supposed to, as far as not, like you said, flying off the rails, yelling back and forth, which I didn't have a problem with.
I was laughing my ass off.
It was hilarious. But
I laughed in this one, but I laughed 10 times harder the first time. Just because it was just
man,
needle after needle.
Where you laughed at is how serious Biden is not equipped to be even in politics anymore, man. Like, he sounds like he don't know what he's talking about half of the time. And Trump is right. He is the typical politician. Before every question, you have that preamble, and then you got the big speech.
And then he looks directly at the camera.
Yeah.
And then the camera goes from the split screen to Biden.
Yeah. Like,
but they never did it with Trump because Trump's not pandering to people.
Nah.
They go, you gotta sit at the kitchen table and put your arm around somebody that's no longer there. And when I get president, I'm gonna fix that.
Like my daddy told me at Scranton. when I was a little kid in Scranton.
Right. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, Frankie Sweets rant. We need to get him in this conversation one of these days, man. That'll for real trigger some people, boy.
After the post-election when we'll have him on.
Yeah, for real. But I mean, this debate was probably enjoyable for a lot of people who was looking to hear some hard answers. But literally, Trump has not said anything different than what he's been saying his whole goddamn presidency or during whatever. Saying the same thing during COVID. Biden saying the same thing during COVID. Biden started, his first words were 200,000 dead.
Okay, I'm scared. I'll vote for you.
Yep. 200,000 more are going to die. First he said like 8 million people. It was like 2 billion people was going to die.
I thought it was interesting that, I thought it was fucking hilarious. And I'm sure this was the intent. When Trump said the reason he ran for president in the first place was because of Joe Biden. So we have to thank Joe Biden for giving us Trump. And we get to do it again November 3rd.
And see, that's the thing. That's why people like Donald Trump, bro. Like, that's something some regular old schmo would say. But it's true.
Like, his brand of humor is like... I don't know how to explain it.
Man,
he's being funny, but he's not laughing at his own jokes, but he knows.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
That's why sometimes I be thinking, like, is he really kind of genius with some of the stuff he be saying and how he be acting, or is it, it's just all off the whim, off the cuff? Because he never have any notes.
No, he doesn't. He don't have the party line to say, like, this is my stance on this and yada, yada, yada.
And this is a lot
Joe Biden had some prepared, like when he talks about his environmental policies or his Medicare, his Biden care policies.
Biden care. He said it's going to be Biden care. We're going to put a Biden on the front of it.
What the fuck does that mean?
Man,
everybody deserves medical insurance. That's socialized medicine, asshole.
A public option.
Yeah.
It should call it what do you say? It should be it's a government option.
Yeah. Exactly.
I will say this though. Maybe I'm not gonna say Joe Biden and the other side just got one up on Donald Trump in terms of healthcare, but it's just not Donald Trump's strongest suit when he's talking about healthcare. That's when he need. Nah, he really don't. And I don't think the people care. What people really cared about was that goddamn individual mandate.
And he got rid of it.
With Obamacare. That's what he meant. That's what got rid of it. So now that's gone. I honestly don't care what happens with Obamacare, and I don't think anybody else does either. Because if you are in that situation where you need Medicare and Medicaid, you have it.
Yeah.
You can't even afford Obamacare.
If you didn't want it, you're still paying for it.
I like when Trump was like when Joe tried to come back and try to talk about character. And then Trump responded like, wait a minute. You been in government for 94 years. just recently 8 years. You're the typical politician. You're a corrupt politician.
He's the epitome of what a corrupt politician
Literally.
is. Like, actually.
And not smart at it either.
No.
The Clintons are smart-ish. They not Biden.
Right.
They not Biden. Even Obama, I can't confirm this, but I swear I heard a clip or read an article about Obama. Ain't Obama. Obama literally not endorsing Biden, not one bit. It's saying it'll be a mistake if Joe Biden gets the nomination for president. I thought that was hilarious, and I don't think nobody takes Joe Biden serious, to be honest with you, and that's the scary thing. I don't either, but I want to. I take Kamala serious, and I take his possible administration serious and their radical ideas. This whole thing during these protests with the bailout fund with the rioters, that shit is outrageous. President Trump did expose Biden as another career politician. I mean, it's clear and present now.
Anytime you see a politician, he's acting like that. Like in a movie or in real life, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, let me tell you what my daddy said back in Scranton.
Like if you look at previous debates over the years and speeches and whatnot, he's doing the same pattern.
I'd say big time.
Trump's like a normal person up there just talking shit.
He do talk a lot of shit. They asked him about that part, the talk. They said, so talk to America. What do you say about the race and how black kids' parents have to give?
Yeah.
So, and Biden went into that prepared rhetoric speech that he say all the time. That's so stupid. And kids you gotta warn them about wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, make sure to keep your hands on the wheel, not reach for the glove compartment. And shit. What the fuck?
It's utter bullshit. So I see, this is one of the things with this race relations thing that is overlooked. A lot of the people on the other side don't even interact or know a lot of white people. I know white people. I know a lot of people. That is, you tell people, if you get pulled over by a fucking cop, don't do anything stupid.
It's pretty simple.
Have anybody parents ever tell y'all that about getting pulled over by a cop? Mine actually didn't.
I
learned
can't
that,
remember, but
I learned that almost by.
I grew up around first responders, so they drilled that into me.
I grew up around.
I just thought it was common sense. But
I thought it was too. I thought it was too.
Usually you don't fuck with people that have firearms. So
You really don't,
you shouldn't.
unless you got one. That's probably why they be acting up like that, because they got one too, and they're willing to use it.
I mean, even when I used to conceal carry in Las Vegas, I mean, you know, I always had one on me, but I would never act up. It don't matter.
But that
hell no, they don't care.
that question was so stupid. And did you seen a clip of Kirk Herbstreit a couple weeks ago, the ESPN anchor?
I know who he is.
It was funny, but it was sad because it was so genuine. He started crying. And he was like, I hear these people that telling me that you gotta put your hands at 10 and 2 and you can't walk down the street with a Nike hoodie on them. I'm like, Kirk, who told you these lies? I walk around, all I wear is all black with hoodies.
Right.
And I've been all over the country. Small towns, big ones. Like, this is just that bullshit rhetoric only because Trayvon Martin was wearing a hoodie when he got himself shot. And yes, Trayvon Martin got himself shot.
Yeah.
He got
They
himself
cut
shot.
out the part when the dude back of the George Zimmerman's head, it's all busted up
Mhm.
because he was getting smashed on the pavement. When
Exactly.
they showed it on TV, they cut that part out. And I don't know if it went to court or whatever, but they've proven that they deliberately cut that to show that he wasn't in any danger.
That's why he got off.
Exactly. When it goes to court, that's when the truth comes out.
Usually. But we don't trust the courts.
Right.
I like how Trump shut him down on that one, too. Like,
Biden called him fucking...
Yeah, he did. I didn't say I was Abraham Lincoln. Yo,
Did you hear when he called the Proud Boys the poor boys?
The poor boy.
And he never got corrected.
Of course not.
Nobody said, you mean Proud Boys? He just said poor boys, and nobody said anything.
That's another one of them fake news things, man. Like,
His amphetamines was wearing off then, dude.
man, with that Proud Boys thing, probably would.
They leaders are Mexican or Puerto Rican or something.
Yeah,
Enrique Torres.
yeah, you're like a Cuban black.
He ain't white. He ain't the white power motherfucker they try to make him out to be.
He is not white.
Enrique Torres, he's Mexican.
It is just a bunch of damn, like, jocks, like some
Yeah.
chads and shit. Don't want to fight and drink.
That's what he said. He said we're a chauvinist drinking club.
That's it. That sounds fun to me.
It does. We pay and who love America.
Right.
Like, how is that divisive? You get the fuck out of here. It's the greatest country on earth ever.
By far.
Like, ever. For anybody, pick a race, pick a class, pick a poor, pick a rich is the best country to be.
Anybody who's actually traveled the world and visited other countries and been outside of the tourist areas
Right.
actually knows what the rest of the world is.
Even though a lot of these cities are shitholes compared to the rest of the world, this shit is heaven.
Man, I've been to a lot of places. The only one I'd want to move to is fucking Norway.
You fit it? I stick out.
Exactly.
They might
Or
think
Iceland. Iceland's
they might think of some kind of, I don't know. They might give me the benefit of the doubt. I'm an American black, so they might.
Yeah, I don't think I saw no blacks in
They
Norway.
think I work for the government or something, or some kind of prison trade release program.
Iceland's got nothing. Dude's hair is whiter than a fucking snow. Like their eyebrows and shit are white.
Would you think they racist?
No, there ain't no other races there. It's just them.
I don't get that part, man. The whole this race thing between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Joe Biden,
Because that's the only thing they have.
exactly.
The Democrats.
I'm gonna get to why that.
It's like he said when you were in the, I don't know, where maybe you went to get
Yeah.
something to drink.
Some
But he said he appeals to the low intelligent.
true.
Like you just put out that racism. Like if you don't think about it, it's like instantly
That's
triggers
true.
something in you.
That's true. That's actually like that's the lowest.
So if you have illegal
That's the
immigrants,
lowest common denominator, bro.
Yeah.
Kids are just as smart as white.
I mean, I didn't.
if you have people that aren't from this country they don't know the English language too well, and you
Yeah.
throw out racist. He's racist. Oh, they know what that is, boy.
That's true.
You know,